Welcome back to our park. Ranger Ted and Ranger Joe here. Last week we explored the indigenous history of our park and we talked about our own history and heritage. Today we're exploring what happens between the seasons, especially between winter and spring. The colder seasons of winter, the animals do a couple things kind of special. We'll get into that later.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get into that. Stay tuned, Rangers.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Today we've got some surprises, so make sure you come follow along.
Absolutely. And before we begin, we want to acknowledge that our park is on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Wendat, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. We're very thankful for this land, and we will take care of it and each other. Today we've got a lot to look forward to, so I hope you got a nice bucket of popcorn and some hot tea to drink maybe.
Ooh.
Because today we'll be talking about all the colder parts of the year. Those are the times when you need to bundle up to go outside and when there's nothing that beats a warm fire.
Not to get ahead of ourselves, but next week we'll be learning how to build a campfire.
Spoiler alert.
But we'll save that for next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Today we'll tell you all about how to enjoy winter, and hopefully we'll all get the chance to go outside and play in the snow.
That would be amazing. What's your favorite thing to do in the snow?
Oh my gosh, there's so many options.
Yeah.
I love skiing.
Skiing?
I love going skiing.
Downhill or cross country?
Downhill.
Downhill?
You know what my favorite part of skiing?
Yeah.
The chairlift.
The chairlift.
It's so fun.
It's like a little roller coaster.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
exactly.
yeah. Guess what? You're also going to learn about what animals do during the winter, and you'll get to see how maple syrup is made, courtesy of Joe.
I love maple syrup, you know that.
Yes.
Griff loves maple syrup. Where is he?
Griff does love maple syrup.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
hi,
hey,
Griff. Oh, I love your scarf.
I love that. It's beautiful. You look very dapper.
Thank you, Rangers.
I'm kind of noticing you're feeling a little sad, though. What's wrong?
What's wrong, Griff?
Well, I don't know. I've just been feeling kind of down recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, lately I've been sleeping all the time, and I just haven't been interested in doing things. I don't know, I guess you could say I've been a bit lazy.
No, you haven't been lazy, Griff. I just think you might have the winter blues.
Really? What's that?
Well, you know, the winter blues is something that happens to a lot of people at this time of year. When it gets colder out and the days get shorter and it gets dark quicker, you can get stuck inside a lot and feel a little bit... You know what? I think there's a better way to do this.
Oh. Ted.
Ranger Ted.
Where'd he go? Ranger Ted?
We could perhaps sing a song. You know, sometimes when it's cold outside and you feel like there's nothing fun to do, you know that winter's not so bad, but you still feel kind of sad. Well, my friend, you might just have the winter blues. When you don't have much energy, because you can't play sports or climb a tree. It's not just that you're bored, you see, you've got the winter blues. Spring and summer are so sublime. You're outside with friends all the time. But in winter, you can feel confined, and that's the winter blues. It sure can suck to be stuck inside, which many people can't abide. It's really winter's big downside that we call the winter blues.
Wow. Ranger Ted, I did not know that you had those pipes.
Neither did I.
I guess when you put it that way, Ranger Ted, that's pretty much how I'm feeling right now.
You know, just because it's caused by this time of year, doesn't mean that there's nothing you can do about it until spring.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Really? Like what, Ranger Joe?
Yeah, you just need to get back in the rhythm of things. It's helpful to stick to a routine, especially when it comes to eating and sleeping.
I guess I have been sleeping a lot longer recently.
And the best way to fight off the winter blues is by spending time with friends and family, like what we're doing now.
Yeah. I do want to spend more time playing with friends in the winter, but it just feels like there's nothing to do.
There's tons of things you can do outside in the winter.
Well, if you say so. I mostly like to spend winter curled up inside.
Oh, but remember, you don't actually have to be outside all the time, because winter is the best time of year for getting cozy with a good book, or playing a board game with a family, or like doing a really big puzzle, like you know those thousands of pieces puzzles?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, tell me.
I'm so bad at puzzles.
Really?
I'm so bad at puzzles. You know what me and my family like to do?
Okay.
We like to have cards. We play cards. Card
You play
nights.
cards?
Yeah.
Cards are a little easier.
Yeah, we had a euchre tournament a couple weeks ago.
Euchre.
So much fun.
Do you guys know what euchre is?
I'll teach you one day.
Yeah, we'll teach you.
Well, personally, chess is my favorite. Ranger Ted and I played a few times in the cabin.
Yes, we have, and Griff always wins.
Oh. That's
Well,
okay. You'll get him next
That's
time.
what gives me the winter blues.
Well, you know what? Those all sound like great ideas. I just really don't like the cold, that's all.
And Griff, that's totally fine. It's important to get fresh air and exercise, but you also shouldn't feel pressured to do things that you don't enjoy just because other people like them. Just because I like going downhill skiing doesn't mean Ranger Ted has to come with me.
No, I find it really scary, actually. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate the help.
Of course. Rangers are always there to look out for each other. Now, let's get outside and learn some tree tapping.
Got it.
Got there eventually. Come on, let's go.
Let's do it.
See you, Rangers.
Bye. Here in Ontario, the month of March is the sweetest season of all, and probably one of my favorites. That's because it's maple syrup season. Have you ever wondered, how do you get maple syrup from a tree? Well, technically you don't. See, trees produce something called sap. All trees do. And maple tree sap has the highest sugar content. So what we have to do is collect sap from the tree and turn it into syrup. But first, we need to find a maple tree. See, the easiest way to identify a tree is by looking at its leaves, which could be a little bit difficult at this time of year, but that's okay. There's other ways to do it as well. The first would be looking at the bark. Maple tree's bark is gray and greenish, and it's also pretty rough and bumpy. You can also look at the direction the branches are going. Trees' branches either go in opposite directions or alternate directions. So maple tree's branches go in opposite directions. So let's see, do we think this tree right here is a maple tree? Yes, it is a maple tree. The branches go in opposite directions, and you can see that the bark is pretty rough and bumpy, and it has this gray and greenish kind of undertone. So right now, the sap is flowing up the tree into the branches to create leaves for the spring. So what we need to do is just interrupt that flow and collect some of that sap and turn that into maple syrup. So we need to get sap from the tree and into our bucket. I have an electric drill here that we'll use to drill a hole into the tree. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt the tree as long as I only drill one hole into this one tree. The hole will heal over the year, and then we can actually drill a new hole into the tree next year. So I'm gonna drill about hip height right here, about 2 inches in, just about that much. And then I'm going to take this tube and this spile and push it into the hole that I just made right here. And push it as hard as we can in. And now we just have to wait. Okay, well this part could take a while, but that's okay. I actually prepared a bucket of sap that's already on the stove and warming up to become maple syrup that we can go check out right now. So sap is 97% water and only 3% sugar. So what we need to do is boil out as much of the water as we can so we have only maple sugar left. So that's what we're doing here. It looks like water because, like I said, it mostly is. You'll get a lot of sap, but you'll only get a little bit of maple syrup. It's about a 40-to-1 ratio, so 40 liters of sap only gets you 1 liter of maple syrup. So once this is done, after about 6 to 8 hours of boiling, it will actually look like maple syrup, and you can use that on your pancakes, on your waffles, or you could boil it down even further to make maple sugar and maple taffy.
What's so special about white-tailed deer? This time of year is also very special for white-tailed deer. The male deer, or buck, has spent all year growing his antlers to help with mating. In the late winter, he sheds his antlers and starts anew. Antlers are a visible sign of knowing how healthy a buck is. If they have large and strong antlers, a female deer or a doe will know if a buck is healthy and if they'd be a good partner. If a buck has small, uneven antlers, the buck is probably still pretty young or didn't get enough nutrients throughout the winter. Did you know that deer love to snack on maple leaves because they're so much sweeter than any other leaf? Just like us, the deer love maple season. See you next time.
That was really cool to hear all about the process of making maple syrup. Yeah, it was really fun.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Rangers, I still have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can we get syrup from any tree?
Yeah, like what about the maple tree? I mean, after all, the maple leaf is our Canadian symbol.
That's true.
So you think there'd be a lot of syrup in that tree?
Well, technically, we can collect the sap from any tree. We collect the sap from sugar maples to turn that into maple syrup.
Oh,
You
wow. So
yeah.
you're telling me that if I poked a hole in the tree and I held up a waffle, that syrup wouldn't just come out of my waffle, it would be sap?
Not quite, it would be sap,
Oh.
which is mostly water. So as you
Okay.
saw there, what we do is we boil out the sap, we boil out a bunch of the water from the sap until it's just sugar, or mostly sugar.
Right.
Yeah, syrup is about, I'm not great with math, but syrup is about 66% sugar, 33% water. And if you wanted, what I love to do is you could boil it down even further until it's just sugar.
100% sugar.
100% sugar, and then you can have that in your tea, put it with hot chocolate. The other day, I baked cinnamon rolls with some maple sugar.
What?
Yeah.
And why didn't you bring them here to the Rangers station, Joe?
Yeah.
You know me and Griff love our cinnamon buns.
I fear there were not very many leftovers.
Oh.
We went through them pretty quickly, But sorry, I'm getting off track. To answer your question,
Yeah.
you could technically tap a tree, like any other tree, like a birch tree, and collect the sap from it and turn that into syrup. But it wouldn't be as sweet as maple trees because sugar maples sap has the highest sugar content. That's why you see lots of animals like to eat maple leaves and the maple saplings that are growing in spring. Deer especially, they love maple.
And hey, so do we.
So do we.
Yeah. You know, Griff feeling the winter. Oh, you look great in that scarf, by the way. Griff feeling the winter blues reminded me that it's not just people that can have a hard time this year. You know, a lot of animals actually have a lot of hard time staying warm and finding food. So they either hibernate or they migrate.
Yeah, hibernating isn't just sleeping for a long time. Animals' heartbeats actually become slow and their breathing becomes so slow that you can barely tell they're alive. Their temperatures even drop to just above freezing.
Wow.
It's kind of like nature's version of low power mode. Bats, groundhogs, hedgehogs, ground squirrels are just some of the many animals that hibernate. There are some animals, like bears, that don't actually hibernate, but they get really sleepy in the winter and store more energy.
Are you telling me that these bears sleep and then they build up energy so that when they're ready to come out of their caves again, they have all the energy in the world?
A little bit. Instead, they spend the time before they go to sleep eating a lot and getting a bunch of energy so that when they're sleeping, they stay alive and have that energy still, when they wake up.
Wow. And I suppose a certain yellow bear likes to eat honey before they hibernate, right?
So I've heard.
So we've heard.
So I've heard.
Yeah. Animals that can easily move long distances, like birds and fish, will often go south to find warmer places with more food. That's why when you look up, sometimes you see birds not hibernating. You sometimes see birds migrating through the sky.
Yeah. Hey, Griff, what do you like? Where do you go in the winter?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, it changes every year, but my favorite is Mexico.
Oh, well, that doesn't. How do you get to Mexico, Griff?
Oh, don't get me started. Budget airlines mostly.
Yeah, I get you. Although, Griff, I'm sorry to say, but I'm not sure that counts as migrating. I think that might be just a vacation.
Oh, well, either way, it's a great way to spend the winter. I love the beach, and I get to work on my beautiful tan.
Beautiful tan.
Wow,
Look.
I mean, me personally, I can't tan. I freckle, burn, peel, repeat. But I didn't know you could tan with the fur.
Oh yeah, I'm super tanned right now. Can't you tell?
Yes,
Definitely,
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go enjoy the weather we have here?
Sure.
You wanna go play outside?
Yeah, I'll have to bundle up a little bit though.
All right,
I want my arms to freeze.
let's go.
Have fun, Rangers. I'll stay here.
Did you know that the longest recorded snowfall was over 5 feet? You could make a huge snowman with that. The tallest recorded snowman was 112 feet tall. That's about as tall as a lighthouse. Did you know that eating snow actually just makes you more thirsty? Don't do that. Most of snow is made up of air and dirt. Only 10% of snow is water, and it takes up way more energy to digest that than you get from actually eating it. So there's no point.
Winter can seem rather dreary, can feel like there's nothing to do. But trust me, there's ways to be cheery. Just listen, I'll tell them to you. You could skate and you could ski, sled down hills shouting yippee. You could frolic from the morning till the night. Build a snowman on the drive and pretend that he's alive, like that song we can't name due to copyright. Snow angels on the ground, yes, there's fun stuff all around. Just remember all your gloves and coats and shawls. Build snow forts in the park, all your friends will have a lark, running around and fighting with snowballs. Don't just sit inside and scroll, instead go out and take a stroll. In snowy woods there is no finer sight. You could snowboard or play hockey, you could snowshoe to Milwaukee. Yes, winter time can be such a delight.
Oh, I have to say, I looked a lot taller in that song. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That was beautiful, Ranger Joe. I didn't know that you had a singing voice like that. You could do tours and concerts, and if you did a concert in the park, I would totally buy a ticket.
Oh, stop it, you. You know what's also really important about the winter is making sure that we're dressing warm. All three of us had our scarves on, but now that we're inside, I think I'm done with mine. I think this time of year goes perfectly with songs. You can sing along with friends and family. That's one of my favorite ways to stay warm.
It's true, and singing warms the heart too, you know. Yeah, that's really sweet. After all that though, I think I'm gonna get warm with a nice fire, and of course I have some hot cocoa with a little bit of maple syrup. Yeah.
Again, speaking of fire, we're gonna be learning how to build a campfire next week, so make sure you tune in for that. Thank you guys for joining us today. As you've seen, there's tons of fun ways that you can spend time in the winter.
Yeah. Whether you're a person or an unidentifiable rodent.
We've learned how to make maple syrup and fight off the winter blues. And for this, you have earned these 2 badges. Yes. Yes. The tree tapping badge and fighting off the winter blues badge.
Cool.
You're one step closer towards becoming a full-fledged ranger. All right, Griff, you ready?
Amazing.
Yes.
These ones right here.
Okay.
Can you put that one next to my bird watching
cool.
badge?
Let's see, you're running out of room here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Griff, it complements your scarf really, really well.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I have to say.
Did you knit that yourself?
No, one of my friends did.
Oh.
Really?
She's really good at it.
Oh yeah?
I'll have to ask her to make one for me
Seriously.
as well.
Although ours were both very nice too.
Those are pretty nice, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look how many
great.
badges you have. We're getting there. We're almost done. We only have about, I think, 3 or 4 more badges left.
That's amazing.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Griff. And you know what? When we come back next week, we'll be talking all about the different creatures of the night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What am I in the mood for?
What's that?
Maple taffy.
Oh, maple taffy.
Yes.
So good. It's similar to making maple
Yeah,
sugar.
we can have some as well. Do you want some of my cocoa?